Hi, I'm Stephanie Mosca here at ITEXPO Miami 2013, and today I'm joined by Rene Sotola, Vice President of CGI. Rene, thanks so much for being here today.
Glad to be here.
So the show's been pretty busy for you. You've been on a lot of different panels.
It has, yeah. I've done actually two. One was one of the stream panels where we talked about CSPs in the next decade, and the other one was the big sort of plenary session panel, which was on a very similar topic.
Sure. So, I mean, obviously you have a lot of experience in terms of cloud services. Let's talk a little bit about CGI, what you guys do.
So we are an end-to-end provider. We do everything from consulting through system integration and hosting. And on the hosting side, we have data centers on 4 continents. We're about just over 71,000 people and over 10 billion in revenues.
Great. So let's talk a little bit more about those specific solutions. I mean, I know you guys offer a couple of different things, so let's kind of separate them and dive in.
So on the revenue side, we kind of look at 2 areas. One is cost optimization, and the other one is revenue enhancements. And we kind of cover the whole of ETOM, right? The third area, which is kind of common to both of them, is security, very strong security practice. So I can only give a snapshot of each of these. So on the cloud side, which is very popular with CSPs because they want to migrate into software as a service, we do cloud billing and cloud provisioning. And by cloud billing, I mean billing for the cloud, which is very complex. And we can also do billing from the cloud. So if people don't want to deal with it, we can just take it off their hands and handle the complexity. Sure. On the revenue enhancement side, we do end-to-end. We've been the provider of the year, platform provider of the year in Europe by Frost & Sullivan last year.
That's great.
Our solutions are used by Vodafone. Telenor Connection has rolled it out to 23 countries. So that's on the M2M side. And on the security side, we have a solution which provides a very high level of authentication. The 2-factor authentication, which is used for a lot of SMS payments and all that, doesn't work anymore, according to the Australian analysis, which the CSPs did. And we have a really very nice and very sophisticated solution in that space, a very strong practice.
So did we cover all of those different areas?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So just in terms of, you mentioned M2M, which is obviously very big in the space right now, as well as the cloud services. What do you see as being one of the most prevalent trends in terms of things that you're able to capitalize that are driving the market today?
So on the M2M side, I think it's important to partner, whoever is doing it, to partner with somebody who can do an end-to-end.
Sure.
Right? So you have to do the business consulting. You have to have a platform, which is what we have rolled out with our partners to those 23 countries. And you have to be able to then create the applications and all of the billing for it, which is also quite complex, billing and provisioning. So in those terms, you know, having somebody who's an M2M provider and handles all of these phases is very important, and that's why we come in.
Sure. Anything else to look forward to in terms of what CGI is doing or capitalizing on in the near future?
I think that you can, going back to revenue enhancements and cost optimization, we are very strong in outsourcing, right? Okay. So we not only can do outsourcing, we have data centers in 4 different continents, but we can also manage the outsourcers. So it's one of the key differentiators and a very strong practice which we have in that space. Okay. And I think as the industry evolves, you can look at us just like in the past, being on the sort of bleeding edge, because we always say you have to shoot ahead of the duck if you're a CSP and if you're going to be successful, because trying to solve today's problems tomorrow doesn't work. You have to solve tomorrow's problems today.
Right, and I mean, you guys, the work you do with the cloud service providers obviously helps them to, their end customers to achieve their goals as well.
Indeed, and not only, this is a horizontal play actually, and we have actually deployed this in non-telecom verticals also, for example, for the US federal government.
Oh, good. Great, yeah, so any other verticals that you plan on moving into?
Well, we are already in different verticals today. So government, both federal, state and local, is a big vertical. Finance is a big vertical for us. Then we have oil and gas, utilities. So altogether about 8 or 9 different verticals across CGI and a very strong play. And our differentiator, coming back to our very strong growth, is actually very simple. If you look at the delivery record, track record in industry, in IT industry, it's unfortunately fairly problematic, depending on which statistics you look at.
Right.
It's between 35 and 50%. We're sort of right out there at the 95% level on that front, and 98% when it comes to SLAs meet or beat. And I'm talking about both budgets and delivery track record.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have obviously had great growth this year, and it's a testament to the services that you provide. We really appreciate you being on the show today and all your insight this week of the show.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Rene.